Welcome!
Hello!
To Hunter Season 1 Review, Discussion, and Theories.
I'm posting now on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. So give us a second. We're just going to make sure everybody knows that we are now live.
I'm going to tell the people. The people have to know. Where's the camera? That's the camera. Did you guys like the show?
Here we go. We're live.
Oh my goodness.
There's the link.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. How are you? Did you watch Hunters?
Did you like it? What about all the twists and turns? We'll get all into those in a second.
You're making this very dramatic.
But it was dramatic. It was. It was crazy.
Okay, I posted live on Facebook. Now I'm going to do Twitter. And now I'm going to do...
Instagram.
I did Instagram.
Oh, it's been done already. Look how efficient we are.
Okay, I think we're good. Everybody knows we're live. Hi, guys. Okay, so
welcome.
Just so we're all aware, this show has quite a few spoilers. Okay,
Surprise.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to not spoil something unless we give you a warning beforehand, and then you can sort of like.
This is kind of your warning. We're gonna spoil some stuff.
No. Like if you don't want like the finale spoiled, we'll be like, hey, we're about to discuss like the finale. There's a big spoiler. And we're going to talk about that. So maybe like turn off your live stream for a second or come watch the live stream after, because it's going to be posted on our channel as well. You can always come back later and watch the live stream. And we'll put like time marks in the description so that you know like where we're talking about spoilers. So you can like skip those or what have you. But like pretty much this is just about our thoughts on it, like what we think the theories are, the theme. We're going to kind of go over some things, especially in episode 1. I don't even know if you could call that a spoiler because it happens so quickly, but there's like a big scene, like the first scene of the whole show sort of like sets it off. And that in itself is kind of a spoiler. And like even the first episode in it's like the main character has something happen to him. That's a spoiler. So there's going to be spoilers. How many of you have seen the entire show already? Hi, Enrique. How are you doing? Because we binged it. We binged it on Friday.
So we went all the way until 4 o'clock in the morning watching it into Saturday.
And this is a long show, people. Like This show is not, they're over an hour long per episode.
The first episode, 90 minutes.
The first episode is like a movie. Like we're watching a movie. It was an hour and a half long. So this show is very long, and binging it can sort of make it feel like even longer than it has to be.
I feel like I fried my brain at some point.
Yeah, so we understand if you did not binge it the way that we did. We just needed to for this live stream, so that's why we binged it.
And make sure to watch out for our videos where we actually cut up and made a highlight reel of every single episode
of our reactions while we were watching, because we record ourselves while we were watching the show. And episode 1 and 2 are already up on our channel.
Yeah,
if you want to watch those.
Episode 3, all the way up to episode 3.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna be posting each individual episode's reaction. And I actually think this show would have been better as a weekly show.
Well, I think
if it had come out weekly.
Well, that's just kind of like what I don't like. It's like Netflix and like Amazon and Hulu. They always kind of like, besides Handmaids, they drop like the whole season.
And I think
this is our choice to watch it like at a binge.
But I mean, you have to watch it, or you're gonna be spoiled if it all comes out at once.
I mean,
I think that like Stranger Things, it's like really good. Like you get a really big buzz for it when it all drops and everybody watches it, and then like 2 weeks later, it's like nobody's talking about it again.
Yeah.
But stuff like Game of Thrones, where it's like coming out every single week.
Yeah.
Or like, other TV shows that come out weekly, the talk lasts longer about it. And I think this show would have done really well if it was set up in that way, because I think it has Al Pacino in it. It's like, it's Nazi hunting. Like there's what's not to like here. I think it would have really benefited from being a weekly show as opposed to releasing it all at once. But let us know how you guys watched it. I'm curious to know if you've seen it all yet, or if you're spreading it out, if you've even started watching it yet.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I haven't watched it yet, but thanks for hanging out with us.
And I think like if you haven't watched it, if you should try the first episode, because that gives a really good like idea of whether you're gonna like this show or not.
I mean, I don't know. When you start getting the second episode, there are some like comic book things going on. That's just kind of like,
Oh, Batman. Did he just give us $5?
Oh, you can do that?
I didn't even know you could do that. I guess I will spoil it for myself just to see you guys live. Oh, thank you, Enrique.
Oh.
We'll try not to do too many big spoilers.
We just made some
money.
Yeah, we did.
Batman, thank you.
The bot. I've been doing main voice all day today for some
By
reason.
the way, the Batman is a huge
Batman.
theme in this show, which we will be
all
discussing.
Comic books, it feels like.
And he said, hey guys, keep the reactions coming and try reacting to a few try not to laugh or cringe videos if possible. We've actually been discussing that. So thank you very much for your support, and
the Batman.
we will definitely try that at least once, just to
feel it out.
Just to thank
Feel it
you
out.
for donating, first of all. But yeah, thank you very much. Send us links of what you want us to react to. If you have any good suggestions of like try not to laugh challenges or try not to cringe videos, we've definitely been discussing those kind of things.
Yeah.
So it might be something we might start branching out and doing on this channel if you guys like it. And Batman, yes, there is a theme like of all superheroes, but especially of Batman in this show. So
you have my Batman.
Yeah, you know,
Batman.
Boop.
Oh,
somebody gets booped in this show, and it's very cute.
Booty.
But I definitely think if you haven't seen it, just watching the first episode will give you a very good idea of like the show's kind of style, even though the style does change very drastically from episode to episode. Because they did use...
Yeah, you feel that. Kind of like right off like in episode 2, like it was just a little confusing too, because like it just felt like out of place a little bit. Like when like they're kind of like, let's introduce all the characters, and like the girls in bar mitzvah just like, come light the candle. And then you have all this like weird like comic book thing kind of happening that like I just felt was kind of like just came out of nowhere.
It's never seen again, that style. So like
a little bit, we see that a little bit.
Sort of, but not really. Not in that like, not that particular style. I really feel like each episode, and I haven't looked up who directed each episode, but I feel like they got a really good director for episode 1. It was really just a movie. Like they got a really kick-ass director and shot that like a movie. And you can tell when you watch episode 1, it's really, really good. And then every other episode, they sort of change style in these really big ways. And it feels like they got all these different good big directors for each episode, and we're kind of like, go do what you want with this, we don't care. And it does, you feel the tone shift from episode to episode. Some episodes are very serious and very sad, and we were like crying, and some episodes were like, what the fuck. And it has a very like Inglourious Bastards, Quentin Tarantino
You can
style, like feel to it overall, I think.
Yeah, but
especially the first episode. And with the Batman thing, so we have Jonah, our main character, right, who's played by Logan Lerman.
Yeah, the Percy being the Wallflower guy.
Percy being Wallflower
guy.
Aw, cool, will do from Wayne Enterprises.
Oh, yeah. You go, Batman, you go. You just give us more money.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh.
Where is she? I've been doing the Bane voice like all day too, like in the car.
Really?
I was just like, oh, the Batman.
I really liked that part of the show too. Like I thought that was
like,
a really good like metaphor for like his character and his character development and his whole like moral compass. I know my hair.
No, I thought I'd get hair in your eye.
Oh,
sorry.
Thank you.
Beautifying.
But yeah, like his whole moral compass the whole time was like
Meyer or Jonah?
Jonah. So he was meant to be Batman, but he's acting like Robin, and he has a choice. This whole series, it's like you have a choice to go to the light or to the dark. What are you going to do? And he's conflicted because Al Pacino's character Meyer is this like old Holocaust survivor, like concentration camp survivor who helped save his grandmother's life. We're getting there. And he is pulling him in a direction that's like, hey, I wish I would have killed this guy who tortured me, who was a Nazi, and I didn't. I let the opportunity go because I thought I was being a good person and following the light. And then he went and killed thousands of more Jews. So it's good to be dark is what his whole spiel is. And Jonah's really struggling with this because he sees these flashes of his grandmother's ghost or, you know, whatever, his grandmother's memory talking to him like, don't do this. You're not this person. You don't need to do this. I protected you and hid you from this so you could follow the light. And so he has this conflict throughout the whole series. And even episode 1, you see him get the shit kicked out of him, his ass beat. And he keeps getting back up. So that's like a Batman character.
He's just the worst drug dealer ever.
Yeah, he is.
You know,
but that really shows you right there, like the struggle with his, like, do I take the stance or am I not going to do something?
That's what Booty said though. So it's kind of like, oh man, like Cheeks could not have taken that ass kick, and you're totally Batman. You know, Cheeks wants to be Batman, but Jonah, you're the Batman.
Yeah, you know? And I don't know why you're acting like Robin while you've always been Batman. Boop.
It was such a nice time, and then it gets sad.
Oh. Yeah, this show definitely throws your emotions like all over the place.
Yeah,
you'll be like, damn, like there's some like really graphic scenes in this show.
Yes.
And
oh my god, yeah.
Really graphic scenes and very violent scenes. And then you have these like this little team of Nazi hunters.
Team of Nazi hunters.
And you have this guy who's an actor. The character's name is Lonnie, and he's really funny. And he's sort of the comic relief. And then you get attached to these characters, and people start dying that you like really learn to love their character. And you go through that period, and then you see flashbacks like in the concentration camps and people's backstories.
That was just so crazy.
Wow, we were supposed to say spoiler first.
Spoiler.
Oh my god, that's a huge spoiler.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you're at this live stream and you haven't watched a single episode, we're gonna spoil some stuff.
I know, but we gotta be like, spoilers coming, turn it off, come back in a couple seconds kind of thing before we do a big spoiler.
Okay.
And for the length, what did you feel about the length? Like, did you feel like this show was easy to binge?
No.
That's why I feel like a weekly episode would have really helped like break this up a little bit.
I don't think we're supposed to watch it like the way we watched it.
No, I don't think so at all.
That's why.
But if it was a weekly episode, you wouldn't be afraid of spoilers, and you could do like a weekly live stream instead. And I don't know, maybe it would have it like, I don't even think anybody's really like seen the whole show just this weekend.
I don't know, people could. I was on Twitter, people watched the whole thing.
And the reviews are very mixed.
Very mixed.
That you either like really like this show and you're down with the style and the gore of it, or you fucking hate it.
I mean, I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I don't think it would be a show that kind of like, I'm super excited, kind of like, yeah, Huntress is coming back, I'm gonna watch it. It's just kind of like, oh, I'll watch it if it's there. You know, like, it's not like Stranger Things, or it wasn't like how Game of Thrones was.
Well, I didn't love it.
You know?
I did not love the show.
Did you hate it then? Because what you're saying is kind of like, you gotta love it or hate it.
That's what I'm saying that's what the reviews are.
You know?
The reviews are very mixed, and they're very strong one way or the other, and they had either a lot of problems with it, or they were really down with the style and the characters and the story. You binged it Saturday morning, Sunday midday-ish.
Yeah.
Yay, David!
That's kind of like what we gotta do. It's really hard to sit through the whole thing.
Did you like it? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
Because you loved it. Nice.
Nice.
I didn't love it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I found it very entertaining. Yeah. So I would even go back and watch it again to see like what I missed the first time, because I feel like it's one of those shows where there will be more things that you catch the second time watching it, and now knowing the ending, especially seeing like all the signs that lead up to it, there could be even more that weren't like revealed in the whole montage of the big final reveal.
I know.
Or second to last final reveal, because Hitler, okay, I can see that reaction totally. Yeah.
Isn't that a spoiler?
Yeah, so we have a spoiler coming up, guys, so if you don't want to be spoiled here, we're gonna get into the spoilers, okay? So turn this off if you have not seen the show and don't want to be spoiled. Go back, watch it, come back, and the live stream will be posted on our YouTube channel. It's not going anywhere, so you can still watch it. So spoilers, yeah, I'm talking about the Meyer spoilers.
He's a wolf.
Being a Nazi.
He's a wolf. That blew my mind, because I loved how they did that too, because it really started with kind of like, oh, I'm gonna like, you know, Jonah's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna get this guy, and they bring the guy to the place, and kind of like, oh, because he read his grandmother's letters, going kind of like from Meyer, and they're kind of like, oh, if I see this guy, I'm gonna give him like the Kurdish prayer. But when Meyer actually kills this guy, Jonah's kind of like, you didn't say the prayer, and like
that's how he finds him. Yeah, mind explosion.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it was like, whoa, like, and they go into all this shit because like he like
took this guy's identity.
Yeah,
he killed.
And
there's
Meyer.
So many clues leading up to it, because even when his grandmother like sits down with him, she's like, you look different than how I remember.
Yeah, well, even though like when they go to that party and that forces a girl to eat some, you know, the manure, like the last thing she says before he kills her is just kind of like, oh, you clever tongue, you know who you are.
She finally realizes where she recognizes him from.
And I think it's
his voice.
And everyone's just kind of like, wait, why did you just kill that lady? Like, that's not what we're doing. And he's just like, oh, whatever, screw her, whatever.
Yeah, right then we knew that like
something's fishy right
there. He's doing something he's not telling the others.
Fishy. You know, I think it was his voice too. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the whole time she was being tortured, she really believed him. And then hearing his voice at the very last second, like, oh, you.
Yeah.
And then he kills her, so she can't say anymore.
You know, and which I just thought like that right there was just like, wait, hold on.
So
like,
then Jonah is put to the final test of whether he's going to kill Al Pacino's character or not in the very, very, very end.
Yeah.
And that's like the whole test that this whole season he's been struggling with his morals and where he stands and what he wants to do and what the right thing even is and what being a hero even means, because his whole thing even from the very beginning has been Darth Vader didn't know he was a villain. Darth Vader thought he was doing the right thing for the galaxy. He didn't wake up.
That's literally the conversation you walk in on when I first meet Jonah.
So that's
and
been
friends.
His whole character
that's like the
arc.
First thing we see.
And his character's building. He finally gets there, and now he's face to face with someone who pretended to be a Jew who was actually a Nazi, and who's been telling him, by the way, to kill people like him. and who Jonah has been fighting and saying, no, I don't
Well,
want what we're doing is just as bad as what the Nazis are doing if we go and kill them. And so he's put to the test here, and he kind of chooses like a middle ground where he does the prayer that his real grandfather would say before killing, and then he kills Al Pacino. And that's where his character has changed. And he has decided.
No, and then he takes over the whole hunters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where up until that, it was like, am I good enough to do that? Do I even want to do that? And Al Pacino was like, you're a boy, not a man. You can't be the leader of the Nazi hunters. And then the end is him being the leader. So it kind of sets up of what's coming next. And it leaves a lot of like opportunities. And their squad is down to like 4 people now instead of like what they started with.
Yeah.
So it's
like Joe got kidnapped. Mindy's gone. You know, like Murray died.
Murray dying.
That was like, and then like his son like reached out and just like, oh God, that was good. That was well written. I
think the whole show is very well written.
Yeah.
Because like you get attached to these characters, their dialogue's written very well. It's very entertaining. It's smart. And like the only thing I still can't figure out is Sister Harriet, the nun.
Oh my goodness, a double agent. And don't forget the FBI agent who now has official backing. Yes.
Yeah, who actually tortured his grandmother and killed his grandfather. Exactly. Yeah, the FBI agent as well.
She was freaking bitch, and I loved her.
She was so funny.
Yeah.
Her little comments and everything. And you're really rooting for her. And she's probably going to be working with the Nazi hunting team in season 2 if we get a season 2.
Yeah, we get season 2. You know.
But theories on nun Harriet, because I have a few.
You have a few?
Yeah.
What are your theories?
So first watching the show, I really thought she was working against them and talking with the colonel and working for the colonel.
Yeah.
However, we never see who's on the other end of the phone whenever she's talking to them. And also, if she was working for the colonel and she calls them up and say like, oh, they're getting close. That was at the same time where the colonel and Biff and like the American kid, Travis, and Tobias, like her kid, were all searching for the Nazi hunters. And if she's with them and she's working for the colonel, she would be like, yo, they're right here. Here's their headquarters. This is where they are this time. This is what they're planning to do this day. She'd be feeding them information. So then we thought she was a triple agent. Yeah. Like playing both sides and pretending like she didn't know what was going on with the Nazi hunters. Because
nun spelled backwards is nun. She plays both sides.
And yeah, exactly.
Figured that out. I'm like,
that's what we do with our time.
Yes. Palindrome.
But then I don't think and then she like saves that one Nazi guy at the party when they're shooting up everybody, and then he tries to attack her. So we really don't know where she was taking him. Yeah. That's the thing, is we don't know what Sister Harriet is doing. And it's also revealed, her character's backstory is that she's Jewish. Mm-hmm. And her parents sent her to a Catholic school to be raised Catholic so that she wouldn't be killed in the Holocaust. Yeah. And so what would her motive be to go against these Nazi hunters? And so I really think she's working for someone else entirely, and there's a bigger picture here that hasn't been revealed yet. I think there's big plans coming for Sister Harriet.
Well, also, like, even just Al Pacino Meyer, like, he was going out there killing, like, Nazis. But reality, I think he was just killing people who might recognize him, or, like, be like, you know, like, think that kind of like, oh, like, that's the wolf, or whatever the guy's real name. Because why would he hunt the Nazis?
Well, that was his whole redemption. He felt like that was the only way he could pay for his crimes, was by killing off the people that were like him.
Well, he should have killed himself.
In the end, he pretty much accepted that. You know?
Like, damn, that would save a lot of time.
M16 or Mossad?
What does that mean, David?
I don't know what that means, David. See, I'm sorry.
What does that mean? Explain
yourself.
But
speaking of the colonel and like her little gang of
dude, she turned out to be Ava Braun too. Oh my god, that was the trippiest thing too.
Hitler's still alive in Argentina.
What? Yeah, that's actually always been a theory too.
I know. That's actually where some of his top people did flee to.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's this shows is so funny because it's like a historical. These are true things happening.
It's historical fiction.
Yeah, fictional incidents. You know, but like all that stuff, like there's been so many theories that kind of like, oh, you know, Hitler's in like South America. You know, that's just the way it is. And I just like, that blew my mind that was his girlfriend. Like, what? What?
MI6 is the English version of the CIA.
Oh.
Mossad is the Israelis.
Yes.
Oh, so do you have a theory in there? So you think that like maybe our FBI agent
is actually working with?
Oh, is Harriet working? I forgot okay, so there's a little bit of delay and lag when we're doing a live stream. We're seeing things a few seconds before you are, or you're hearing us a few seconds after we've already talked. So I forget what we just talked about because we've already moved on to something new. But
I knew that Hitler was a vegetarian.
Did you know Hitler was a vegetarian? How ironic. Yeah. I didn't know that. I do think very possibly Sister Harriet could be working
for the CIA.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I think it's something much
maybe she's working for the CIA, and like she calls them to kind of like, hey, they're getting closer to
the MI6.
Yeah, the
she's
MI6,
British.
you know, but they're getting closer to kind of like, that's maybe she was kind of like, hey, they're getting closer to figuring out kind of like, we brought all these Nazis to America. Maybe she's talking about that, trying to hide that secret.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah, and they're getting close to discovering or outing us.
Yeah.
I feel like her role is very different than just killing each other.
She's a bigger picture.
Yeah, she's more like conspiracy, trying to keep it quiet for the public and all that kind of stuff. And like, that stuff I think about this show is like, these are based on real historical events. But and some of the characters are even real people.
Yeah.
They're based on real people. And like the guy, what's the guy from the very first scene?
Biff?
Is that Biff? Okay, yeah. So Biff, I'm pretty sure he was based on a real person.
Yeah, well, there was always these doctors and butchers you hear about.
Well, mainly scientists,
you know,
that Americans brought over.
Yeah, but they also brought over like doctors and stuff.
Yeah, anybody with like a mind that like we thought was going to be used by the Soviet Union.
I mean, the whole reason we got to the moon is because of a Nazi.
Exactly. So of course you'd want to keep it quiet.
You know, yeah, but that's the whole reason we got to the moon, because like that one Nazi guy came here and was like, oh, I can build you a rocket.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's just very interesting taking all these real events and like really taking even real people and then making this whole big show about it. And like, because I'm pretty sure like he didn't go under plastic surgery and like Meyer didn't like change, like didn't pretend to be.
He went under plastic surgery
in the show.
Yeah.
But in real life.
Oh no, people actually did that.
But like this specific, like there are obviously like parts in the show that are not true. They're just sort of like.
No, people went through plastic surgery.
I know, but my point is that the show is based on historical events, but it's also fiction.
Yeah,
like they're putting in their own storyline.
Like what David just said, the New York blackout. That was it. I watched that and kind of like, oh, this is a famous blackout in New York where like it was super hot. It was like the middle of August.
Yeah,
and like people just freaking out.
Exactly, and they put like the reason to that, like, oh, here's what did that. And I think a lot of I think
kind of like that's what happened in Stranger Things too, with like Chernobyl and like that.
Yeah, I know you. I love that theory.
That's what I think it's gonna come down to.
Hello, Arthur Mitchell.
Yeah. Hi, Arthur. Welcome.
We are doing well. How are you doing? Did you watch Hunters this weekend?
Did you finish it? Because there's some spoilers that we're discussing
among us.
There's some spoilers among us.
I think for next season, like what would be coming next is he is leading them, like Jonah. And they're gonna go to a different.
I think they're gonna find country. They're gonna find Joe, and then they're gonna find Hitler, and they're gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
Like it's basically the exact same thing as season 1, except
in a different country.
Except of hunting American fled Nazis. It's gonna be hunting some other countries fled Nazis. You know, they're just moving it on over.
Yeah.
And like all those little children that were sitting at the table, I think are Hitler's offspring.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And they were all like the same age and looked identical.
I think they were cloned.
You think they're cloned?
Yeah, it's like they all look. Because how old would Hitler have to be? Like, and also Ava to like give birth to his children. Oh, by the way, I got another question too. How old is Jonah? Because I'm just curious. Because it's 1977. Let's say the kid is 17 years old. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. You know,
18 because he's drinking alcohol.
Oh, he's 18, so he's got to.
He has to at least be 18. Because in that time, the legal drinking age was 18. So he's born in
1959, technically. You know. But then the grandma got liberated in 1945, 47 is when the war ended. So that's the grandma, and she didn't have any kids. So that meant that kind of like, how old was Jonah's mom when she gave birth to him?
11.
That's about right. That sounds about right. You know, because I'm thinking, I'm like, wait, the timeline is a little messed up right there. Do you guys realize that kind of like Jonah shouldn't like, how old is he, and like did his mom like have him when she was 12?
I'm really bad at like simple in your head math.
I know,
so I did not think
about that
at all until you brought it up.
I thought about that. I was just like, damn, what? That doesn't make no sense. But yeah, that's my little spiel about Jonah's
But
age.
anyways, going back to the bad guys, what my original point was, we got really sidetracked, was that they were my favorite. Like Biff and Travis were so good.
Oh, Biff was
no,
great.
not Mr. Asshole. Travis, the American, that he was the cleanup crew for Biff.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, the acting.
Yeah.
Insane.
I was reading that guy's character was based off Ted Bundy.
I could totally see that.
Yeah, there's like
he reminded me of that.
He's a good-looking guy a little bit, but he's just so
he's
crazy.
He's a sociopath.
Yeah, he's a sociopath.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah. you know?
And I'm pretty sure where he's gonna bust out of that jail, and he's gonna have like a little group of followers that are going to help him fight this.
Oh my
war.
God! Even the whole scene where he killed his freaking lawyer
in the jail, yeah, so that he could get followers. And I don't like he's such a good character. They're gonna bring him back. He has to bust out somehow, and he's not just gonna sit in jail this whole time. Like we're not done with that character. The show's not done with him.
No, he's too strong.
Oh my God.
He's way too strong.
And like the acting of everybody. And I really think that like Logan Lerman like really did carry the show, because for being the main character, like the youngest there, and like all these other huge actors, like Al Pacino is on. Al Pacino. Like he brought it.
Yeah. He was up there.
I couldn't believe
match
it.
That. He could match that. He got surpassed at points.
It was crazy. You know? Absolutely crazy. Like this is his
best. Good job, Logan.
This is his best performance I've ever seen him do. And like the depth that he was able to go into with this character that I've never seen in any other role that he's played. Like he went there. I believed it. He was just like, oh my God. It just like blew me away.
Yeah, they can't be done with Travis. He's just too good. But yeah, Logan.
And Biff. Biff, of course, was like,
oh my God,
hilarious.
Insane.
I love
my God.
that actor. He is so good. It makes he's playing a character you flippin' hate.
Yeah.
And he somehow gets you to laugh with the way he delivers the lines still, even though you want to hate him. Oh my God, so good. And like, I just really think there wasn't any weak players in the show at all. Like the acting and the writing were just fantastic.
Yeah. You know,
it's mainly like the style, and I liked the style. I liked Inglourious Basterds. I like Quentin Tarantino films. But I think that if anything, that's like the reason why I didn't love it is mainly because of the style changes and the inconsistency. I like a more like, you know what you're getting into, you know what to expect from episode to episode. And it was just so jarring each time. I just wasn't prepared for that, especially with binging it right when it came out and not seeing any reviews.
Yeah, we didn't hear anything about it. You know,
the only series I've ever watched is Stranger Things. Finished watching it last week, and it's the first time I've cried in a long time.
Oh, you watched the whole thing? Like even the new season? Like
I cried in
like
the
Robin?
first season.
Oh my God, the whole thing is amazing.
Yeah,
that's a good show to binge. Because I don't think every show is an hour long.
No, or over an hour long. This is like 10 plus hours.
This is like 10 and a half hours.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, Winston's here. He's excited for his friend to come home.
David C said he screamed so pitifully when he was shot both times. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's so funny, like his character, and it's so realistic too. That's why you can't help but just like laugh at it. Oh my gosh, he equals Biff. We kept making references back to the Future's Biff. Like this is his like distant, like his great grandfather twice removed or some shit.
You know, I watched all 3 seasons in a 2-week period. Nice.
Are you excited for the next season that's coming out? Because we are. Season 4 out April 3rd.
No, wait with my phone.
We're recording on it.
Oh. Are you serious? Is that the new season? That can't be when Stranger Things comes out.
We're going to fact check that later, because that would be amazing news.
Yeah.
And how have we not heard that? We've been watching.
I know.
We've been waiting.
It's like our job.
I know.
To know these things. Where's my phone? I mean, I gotta figure that out.
Is there any other characters you want to talk about? I thought Al Pacino might actually be nominated for some things here.
Yeah.
Like this was pretty good work he did.
Oh.
There's a trailer for season 4. We reacted to it. It's on our channel. We definitely saw the trailer.
Is it the one with Uber in like Russia?
Released a few days ago. Yeah, the Russian
reveal of Hopper.
Dear Russia, or From Russia. With love from Russia. Yeah. That trailer, yeah. We watched and reacted to that. I didn't see a release date on it though.
We'll definitely gonna research that after this. Batman.
Murray and Mindy though, besides like just the acting of like all the bad guys was amazing, but I loved them. They were my favorite characters.
Yeah. Yeah, like Mindy.
And it just tore me apart. Not only when Murray died, but just seeing Mindy's reaction to Murray, finding out Murray was dead.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my God, that wrenches your heart right out of your body.
No, I hated that. I mean, really sad. But I loved Mindy. I love that actress, Carol Kane. I love her. You know.
Oh yeah. She's great. David C says, I wonder what big names they'll get for season 2.
Maybe Robert De Niro. Who knows? Joe Pesci. Who knows? All the Irishmen is get in there. Do your thing.
I'm excited for whatever. I'm really curious to see where they go next.
You think they'll have a second season?
I think they might.
Do you think Amazon's going to put that on the table?
I think they will, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. I would put money on a second season coming out, for sure.
Well, it feels like it.
Yeah. You know. They set it up for it. I think the show, whatever your review is of the show, I think it's getting good numbers at least.
Yeah,
I think
people watching it.
Yeah.
You know.
When Murray saw his son on the train.
I know, right? Oh, and then you even see kind of like Jonah's perspective of that. All he sees is Murray holding his hand out. Like that got me.
That was a beautiful scene.
Oh my god.
So like such a beautiful scene.
Oh.
So well done. Like I just think the direction on this show was so good, even if it was inconsistent from one episode to the next. But the characters and like their arcs
strong.
and acting, they stayed strong the whole time.
Yeah.
And the writing stayed strong the whole time, even if the style didn't.
Yeah.
And that was such a beautiful and powerful scene.
No, I love that. It was just so sad.
Mm-hmm.
The whole show is just gonna like, it's funny, it's sad, it's funny, it's sad.
I know, it
Gross.
really throws you through a loop, like on an emotional
like
roller
gross a little
coaster.
bit, you know? But then like, damn. On Flix.
Been hearing the series called Stranger is good on Flix.
On Netflix. Oh, Stranger! I heard about that too. With like, there's this girl who comes around and is kind of like telling you all this information that you shouldn't know and stuff. Oh, it's crazy. And people are like, I heard that too, Batman.
I want to watch it.
Batman. I love that name. I can't help it. Oh my goodness. It's a true roller coaster ride. It's funny. It's sad. It's gross. It's funny. It's sad. It's gross.
And it's just like such heavy material. Like we're talking about the Holocaust. And
yeah. It's very sensitive to kind of like try to do a show about those kind of things.
I know. That's why I think is very brave.
Yeah.
And like, it just really, it was very beautiful. It's very beautifully done.
Yeah.
But anyways, those are our thoughts, theories, and review of Hunters on Amazon Prime, the first season. And we have released our reaction to episodes 1 through 3, which are on our channel already.
Those are pretty funny. We put up the highlights. So they're about like 4 to 6 minutes each.
Yeah, so check those out if you want to see our actual like live reaction while watching the show. They're on our channel, and we'll be releasing the rest of the episodes all this week. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, so you can be notified every time we put out a new video, whether live or reaction video. And we definitely are going to try Batman some sort of like cringe or try not to laugh challenge video. Awesome. So look out for that on our channel as well. And thanks for getting serious with us, guys. This was really fun.
Thanks for getting serious. It's so cool to talk to you all, Nice one, girls. Speak soon. Yes.
Bye.
Talk to you soon, Batman.
Stay serious. We love you guys.
Bye. Now we gotta cancel it. How do I?
This part's always really awkward. We're like, bye. We said bye, but we're not actually going
I don't know
now.
how to stop it.
We learn new things every day, don't we? I'll have to rewatch The Expanse season 4. Nice. I don't know. We're gonna end it.
We're ending it.
We did it wrong. How do we end this? Yes. Click OK.